breaking news coming out of a new lockdown in a U.S. city. And in the last 24 hours, we're hearing that this is spreading across towns in that area. They're saying that this is an approved voluntary lockdown that is taking place. And this is happening after dark. And this is for an incurable mosquito-borne infection that they're saying is right now in the United States. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you the latest coming out on this. And this is out in Massachusetts. So this is a Massachusetts. Now we're hearing several towns approving voluntary lockdowns to stop this from spreading from what is taking place here. Now, this is going to be linked in the description below. This article came out yesterday. It has now been updated today. And this particular disease, just to clarify, this is not Mpox. This is not COVID-19. This is a new mosquito-shared virus. This is passed through mosquitoes. This is known as Eastern Equine Encephalitis virus. Now it says, and this I'm reading directly from the CDC. This is linked in the description below. I'm going to be sharing.
Shalom, shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
I'm going to start by giving all glory and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. I read the brothers from down to the Florida from the camp crops in Babylon. Come with another quick hit to the spirit, prayer about YAHWASHI. Little one to edify and feed the sheep. Double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, teaching law. Peace and blessings to the brothers who push this work into sincerity. To the scattered bride, I'm the brother, I'm a one. Next to me, I have
Tazwan.
All right, and we want to go into this latest thing going into this article. All right, going into this guy speaking on this. It says U.S. city imposes new lockdowns now. Okay, and it had a situation tying into it where it's speaking in Massachusetts. Okay, it says Massachusetts town approves voluntary lockdown after dark as fears of incurable mosquito-borne infection grow. So you got the people of the town who are, imposing these things to, bring forth a lockdown, man.
And didn't Bill Gates come up with some GMO mosquitoes?
Yep.
So who's really at fault here?
Mm-hmm.
Who's really doing all the targeting here?
Right. Which is good information too, because you had it where, you had to do Billy Gates, man, which is well known as Bill Gates. I call him Billy Gates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Billy Goat.
Billy Goat, exactly. Because he had had these mosquitoes infected with things that or injected with things that he wanted to spread more diseases, man.
Mm-hmm.
Which right now what kind of national concern are we dealing with right now? They had a new thing that came out with the Mpox, you see, and that is a thing that is continually being pushed. That sickness, man. And how is that spreading? Through multiple different ways. And one of them they said is part of airborne. Okay, which how does these things get spread through airborne? Through either being around amongst others or through things that's causing that airborne, man. And mosquitoes are heavy over there. You got those Africans or heathens that eat these mosquitoes, man. Okay, somebody had watched a documentary on, and they heavy into eating those type of insects, man, or insects. Okay, to pronounce that correctly. Okay, forgive me, but they eat those things like mosquitoes, and they eat it on a normal daily basis, man. That's a part of their dinner. So now you have it where these mosquitoes are being, everywhere. Okay, and it's going to get heavier and heavier with more of these diseases that's going out. So how much more of the time now for these people to take this into consideration and at advantage to shut it down with these lockdowns and all these diseases going out, man?
Yeah, it seems like every time something comes up, America's getting threatened with a lockdown. Right. And that just goes to show you that they're really just trying to lock your ass down, man. They're trying to lock everything down and have world control.
Yeah, that's all it is.
They want more control over you. And when they do that, guess what? They're going to have troops kicking in your doors. They want everybody inside their house at the same time so that when they kick in those doors, nobody can be alerted before, say you got a spouse at work or something, and they get their door kicked in, and they text you and say somebody just kicked in the door. There's troops that to happen. They don't want everybody to be found out. They want everybody to be unaware. That's why the scripture talks to you about the wrath of the Lord coming unawares, coming in a sudden, you
Right.
know.
Hey, and that's why, you know, and it's not a coincidence that all of this has started to be a thing now, all right, because you have it where these lockdowns, if it starts somewhere or starts in one area, it's going to eventually spread to other areas.
Right.
You see? And Esau can easily say and use these things as, you know, a mosquito outbreak, and it might cause this diseases and all this, and tied in with mpox to lead to what? More lockdowns or wide lockdown, man. You see?
Yeah, you got an HIV pandemic going on too. That's breaking out and it's spreading rapidly in different states. You know, talking about thousands of people coming down with it in 1 week. So how much more in general? You know, and this is because what? That, you know, HIV thing was injected into what? You know, that YAHAWAH.
Yep, that serpent's juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which shows you that Esau just coming in many, you know, he coming with many directions, man.
And deceptions.
Right? Deceptions. But I got this precept. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 7. So like, bear with us. We in transit. Verse 25, it says, "And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High."
Yep.
And this is what Esau is going to be doing in the midst of, you know, stuff like this, man. You're going to try to seek to wear out brothers. You know, you're going to seek to try to wear out the saints, because things like this, he knows is going to try to wear and tear on brothers. But we have YAHAWASHI. You see?
Yeah, he and the truth, he already wearing out brothers, man.
Right.
You know, brothers doing lessons and he taking them down.
Right.
Brothers redoing the lessons and you take them down again.
Right. And then you got the food.
Censoring brothers' lessons.
You got the air. You know, the quality of the air is terrible.
Yeah.
The food that we eat is terrible. Okay, the clothing that we put on our back, the things that is infused with the chemicals and toxins is terrible. You know, everything is terrible here, man. So what is he's using that to his advantage.
Yeah, they getting ready to make a move on us. I seen a post and it was about a video of you know, some higher ups going into how the Hebrew Israelites are becoming a global threat. So the black Hebrew Israelites, so-called, are becoming a global threat. And, you know, I got to do a little bit more digging on it. Maybe I can drop a lesson on it. And I'm not sure how credible it is, but there was a guy in the truth that's on Instagram. He posted it up. So I'll go look into it, you know, see more about it. But if that's the case, then that means they get ready to move on us, man. You know, that's the next step after the beginning of sorrows.
Right.
You know, so I wouldn't doubt that you know, is true.
Right.
You know.
It says, and think to change times and laws.
You need changing laws. Look, you know, you coming up with all these fake illnesses is coming out or whatever, and then he's changing the laws to make you your life function around it. Function around an illusionary disease. You know, this devil, he masters in sorcery, incantations. You know,
Right.
he masters in deception, and you know, deceit. That's his sword, man. That's part of his sword is his deception. You know, he came with pushing this to his religion. Okay, which these devils are now talking about a one world order, one world government. You know, which is going to lead to a one world religion. You know, one world government means everybody in the same body, in the same mind. So that means you're going to be on the same payment, form of currency, the same religion, okay, the same belief system, everything, man.
Right.
You know, and that's what this devil's moving towards. That's why you got all these diseases coming out, mpox, you know, HIV, all this stuff coming out now. And they're trying to force you into a lockdown because that's where they're really going to get it started at, man. That's really where they're going to kick shit off.
Right.
You know, so you keep seeing rumors and news about lockdowns. That's their plan, man.
Yep. And he's gonna take full advantage of that. You know, like I said, it starts in one little area, and then it starts to spread.
Yeah, he's trying to bring back those draconian laws.
Right.
And that's a part of his NWO.
And when the scriptures speaks on, when it says he changes times and laws, the scriptures also speak on you know, those decrees.
Yep, unrighteous
Unrighteous decrees. That,
6 foot distancing. You can't come to work if you ain't got the YAHAWAH.
Right, and these are all things that he have prescribed, man.
Yeah.
So this is all the works of Esau Edom, man. This is what he done wrote down in, pen and paper, man.
Mm-hmm.
Enforced it in the society. Okay, it says, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times.
And then they say it's not mandatory, but then they tell you that your job can't. They tell you the people that own your job that they can't function the job, but they can't allow people in that ain't got the thingamajig, man.
And serpent's juice.
They won't get funded anymore because you ain't pushing the thingamajig, the serpent juice. Okay, so then they say it's not mandatory, but then if you can't live without it, you can't go and get your food, you can't go to work without it, then it really is mandatory. Right. That's a part of his sorcery. He do shit like that, man.
Right. He pretty much putting you in a predicament of, where things are, yeah, right. When you in a predicament of difficult decision making, and that's what he'll do. He wanted you to be like, oh, you can't do these things without this, but tell you, but you can still do what you want, but you can't do it here. Mm-hmm. Knowing that the people gonna need, to move around, but that's how Esau works.
Yeah.
But it says in the dividing of time. So this is the wicked methods that Esau come with, man. He have different ways of him bringing different type of deceptions, as the brother mentioned, man.
You got Satan's devices.
Yeah, I got it right quick.
Sure. Because this devil's coming out with certain plans, and he's thinking upon these things upon his bed.
Yeah.
And he wake up in the morning and he practice it. He puts it into play because it's in the power of his hands to do so. You got this devil got the whole. How you ever just be laying down in bed and you say, tomorrow I'm gonna cut the grass. But this devil say, tomorrow I'm gonna cut a whole city's population. And he go to sleep and he wake up and he accomplishes it because the world is in his hands right now. Scripture talk about how the earth is given into the hand of the Lord, and he giveth it to whomsoever he will. He setteth up over it whomsoever he will, even the basest of men. And that's Esau Edom. He's the basest of men.
Right.
This devil, tomorrow we're gonna put him on lockdown, tell him it's a disease out right now. Watch The Simpsons. They show you that in The Simpsons. He's fucking sitting at a table talking about how they going lower the population, man. Anybody got an idea? Ooh. What about a pathogen? What about a pandemic? And they opened up the suitcase, and somebody came over and they got a sniff of it in their face. It was like an airborne disease or some shit, and then you just collapsed dead on the floor.
Right.
So they show you on these shows and in these movies what they really do. These devils are how do you say it? They like cavemen. So they don't really they don't move in silence. They show you what they about to do because they don't know what else to do. That's why they don't got that seasoning, that salt. Esau's a plain man. He can't really hide anything. He can't hide his hatred. He can't hide his plans. It's all out in front of you in public for you to see.
It kind of reminds me, all right, how when you have a group of gorillas, man.
Yeah.
In the goddamn jungle, and they start beating on their chest. And they start, they're pretty much making it known, like who's the biggest, baddest one in there, man.
Yeah, it's like a dog.
Yeah,
shit right there in your floor, in the middle of your floor, and then act like you didn't do it, and you're the only dog in the house. Go hide in the cage and hiding from you and acting scared. But Esau shit right on your floor and sit right in your face and smile.
Exactly.
And he did it.
I got that precept up. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
And we ain't ignorant of Satan's plans. You got the prophets here blowing the trumpet. The only way you can possibly be ignorant is if you don't want to hear it. If you want to be ignorant, the scripture says, "He that be ignorant, let him be ignorant."
Right.
Let him be ignorant still.
Yeah.
Because what? You niggas ain't gonna want to get it. You don't want to hear it. They say what's that saying? Ignorance is bliss. So the people that are ignorant to the truth, they're more happier. Why? Because They acting like shit ain't really happening for real. They live in a la la land, candy land.
Right.
You know?
Yo, that's the spirit, because I was just saying that earlier. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then this devil will drop his plans. The prophets blow the trumpet and say, hey, the devil's planning to kill y'all, get ready. The devil's planning to lock y'all down, get ready. Nobody want to listen to the prophets. But when the shit happened, now they want to come out. Oh, we're sorry, conspiracy theorists. You notice you ain't hearing nothing about the conspiracy theorists no more. Because everybody's a conspiracy theorist now. Everybody don't trust the government no more. Yeah, after what they just pulled,
Right.
you know.
And they about to pull some, way worse than what they did before.
Yeah.
That was that first one they did. That was a test run.
Yeah.
Now what they about to do is
Prelims, the preliminaries.
right. Now what they about to do is they really about to pull it, the strings out the back, man.
The elims, the eliminaries. Hey, this one you're really about to start getting eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you're seeing people drop left and right. People coming down with all sorts of diseases. Okay, and they don't even understand how they got it. That's how you know we in some. Hey, that Isaiah 4:1. A lot of women gonna get turned down probably because they got certain diseases.
Right.
Probably because they got fucking cancer boils. A lot of these women gonna get rejected because they got that shit, man. Right. you just can't. There's no possible way that you can touch them. Not because you don't want to touch them. That's gonna play a major part too. But also you're not gonna be able to. The Lord gonna put a certain things on these women that's gonna make you not want to touch their ass, man. Imagine a woman coming up to you like a fucking zombie. Ain't nobody gonna take you. You a fucking zombie, man.
Right.
You gonna be afraid. Hey, damn, if I touch her, I'm gonna be a zombie. Get your ass away from me. Get away from me. Please. Hey. You know the zombies be talking?
Yeah.
And there's so many diseases coming out. So many diseases that they actually put in that thing that people got flowing through their blood to a point where...
At this moment.
Yeah, to a point where unveed semen is gold. That's pretty much gold, you know?
Yep.
You go on, I seen a post where there was like a woman on a dating site. She was like looking, she put in her bio, she said looking for men with that's not V'd up, unveed sperm, looking for unveed sperm, because those are quality men now.
Right.
Everything else is just fucking monsters, walking bags of diseases. You got anything else?
Con, let me read that back again. Verse 2, it says 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Like the brother was saying, man, in that time, even as it's going to be, people who don't have it, in that time where it's going to be precious, for those, resources, man. And really what's going to be the, precious thing is this wisdom, understanding, knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? And right now we can see, man, brothers, we not ignorant of what this devil's doing, man. Okay, through the spirit and power of BAHASHAM, we were able to see these things, starting with the elders and apostles and down, man. You see? So through the spirit, we see Esau, moving, and he's shaky right now, man. All right, he's not moving right. It's like a drug addict that's having withdrawals. Okay, he's not moving the proper way. He's making mistakes. He's slipping and fumbling. And eventually he going to act out, man. Okay, but needless to say, these things are already being seen in progress, man.
That's like a boxer when he loses his stamina. The more stamina you lose in boxing, the more you start to slip up.
Right.
You start to take the wrong step. Yep. Start to take the wrong steps. Throw a slow punch. Throw the wrong punch. You ain't built. Your reaction time slows down, and that's Esau right now. Right. He's being worn out. Just as he's wearing out the saints are also wearing him out.
Right.
And YAHAWASHI is going to come and bring him to that complete end.
That's how he getting worn out. Through the spirit and power of BAHASHAM. Lord literally wearing him out,
That's right, yeah.
He luring him out, like, and then wearing him out.
Yeah.
But that wasn't on that, really that was the point, all right, going into these things, man, because you have it, it says in Massachusetts, where town approves a voluntary lockdown. Okay, so they're looking for these things, and they're opposing these things. They want these lockdowns. They want these, situations to happen, all right, due to, what's really going on.
And the people gonna believe it as long as they see it on TV.
Exactly.
Or on the news or in the media. And you got Trump telling you that it's fake news. Even Trump said that Trump came out and said that they're staging another fake inbox, so that they can thwart the elections,
Right.
And fuck up the whole election. Who knows what's going to happen in the next few months? They even said it. They said a series of shock events before the elections. That's in 2 months, man.
Right.
So what's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen the day after? What's going to happen next week? Who knows? We might all be out of work. We might all be on lockdown. We might just get tossed into Jacob's trouble immediately, out of nowhere. This shit can go from 0 to 100 real quick with how Esau does things, man. Who knows what he's got planned? You seen that movie Civil War? That showed you a lot, man.
That's right. I got one more, then we can close it up.
Come.
This is Ecclesiastes, known as Sirach, chapter 5, jumping down to verse 15. It says, "Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small." So just seeing that, even though this might be of a situation where it's not on a major mass scale, scripture still say not to be ignorant of these things, man, because this small thing, or this situation can turn to something major, man.
Yeah.
And it can lead to where it could have to lead to a lockdown, or they use these things as mosquitoes, or whatever the case might be, man. Okay. But as we bring it out, as we fight and as we continue, this is what Esau's going to continue to do to furthermore push his agenda.
Yeah, and it might be a small matter to you because it's in a city, in just one city, and it's not your city. But who knows? It can become a great matter, and it can become your city. It can become the whole country.
Right.
A small matter can become a great matter, and a great matter can become a greater matter. But you want to be ignorant of the small things. Oh, it's just a few mosquitoes in one city. I'm not even over there. I'm on the other side of America. But the next week, it can be in your city.
Right. Exactly.
Your city could be on lockdown. Now it's a great matter, but because you were ignorant of the small matter, you couldn't take precautions to avoid the great matter.
So hey, there you have it. Okay. I think that was it.
Gone. Hey, so we truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. Akim, not wath, listen to truth and sincerity. Until next time, we give all glory, honor, praises unto
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH.
Shalom.
Shalom.